Chapter 1138. Just as the two of them were chatting, someone was whispering around the corner. Is that man just now young Masterdy's confidant? I didn't expect this gigolo to be so good-looking. Tang Bao thought to himself. Weren't they talking about him? He was helpless against Luo Luoli's smile. It would be strange if she wasn't being talked about in men's clothing. Yeah, he's even more attractive than a woman. I'm about to be turned gay. That's right. He's fair and beautiful. It's normal for men to have a reaction. At first, I was wondering why the king of D City found a man. Now, I feel that this is the true nature of men. If he wasn't the king of D City's man, I would definitely take him down tonight and have a taste of a man. The more Tang Bao heard these words, the more uncomfortable he felt. He clenched the glass in his hand and wanted to throw it over. Luo Luoli's expression was also ugly. I didn't expect such a filthy person to be in a place like this. This is a man's bad habit. After Tang Bao finished speaking, he walked towards the corner. His sudden appearance shocked the three men who were talking. Tang Bao had a smile on his face, but his eyes were very cold. What did you say just now? I didn't hear you clearly. Say it again. We didn't say anything. President Tang, please don't misunderstand. Yes, if we really accidentally offended you, please forgive us. Forgive us? Tang Bao asked. Yes, please forgive us. They could offend this man, but they couldn't afford to offend the king of D City behind him. They didn't want to be unable to stay in D City. Di Haoyin looked over, sharp and cold. I've always been easy to talk to. Since you're asking for forgiveness, I'll give you a chance. Tang Bao looked at the table next to him. There were small plates of mustard. Then, she took 2 plates and poured them into the 3 men's wine glasses. Then, she used chopsticks to mix them evenly. Luo Luoli, who was standing at the side, understood Tang Bao's intention. These 3 people really deserved it. Their mouths were dirty. If it weren't for the fact that this wasn't the right place, she would have added fuel to the fire. All right, you could drink now. Wine with mustard should taste good. Tang Bao urged them to drink. The 3 of them looked at each other with fear in their eyes. Not only did it add a lot of mustard, but it was also mixed with wine. Was it drinkable? Why? You don't like it? I was kind enough to mix it up for you. Besides, didn't you ask for my forgiveness? Tang Bao retorted. There was a smile on her face, but no one could feel her friendliness. They also noticed that not far away, Di Haoyin was looking at them with cold eyes. How could they not dare to drink? The 3 of them immediately gritted their teeth and poured the wine into their mouths. He spat out the first mouthful and choked on it, his face contorted. Tang Bao did not want to let them go. Continue. If you spit out again, I'll make you drink 3 more cups. The 3 men closed their eyes, pinched their noses, and drank all the wine in the cup. After drinking, the 3 men were in pain. Tears and snot came out, and they were in a sorry state. Next time, use your brain when you speak. Don't let others hear you. Next time, you won't be drinking mustard and wine, but poison. After Tang Bao finished speaking, he turned around and left with Luo Luoli. Di Haoyin, who was standing in the distance, did not go forward. He said to Hiju next to him, check the name list of these 3 people. Yes. In the castle, Di Haoyin and Tang Bao had not returned yet. Among the 3 children, Xiao Bao was the one who needed to be cared for the most. Not to mention that such an unpleasant thing had happened today. Zhongli had already learned from Lian. She did not expect to encounter such a thing when she went to buy desserts. Xiao Bao was young, but she was very sensitive about the fact that she was not Tang Bao's biological child. From the first day, she could not accept the fact that she was not Tang Bao's biological child. Usually, Tang Bao would also instruct Zhang Li to pay more attention to Xiao Bao. At this moment, he had stayed in Xiao Bao's room for a long time and read fairy tales to her. However, Xiao Bao did not sleep at all. Her eyes were wide open, and she did not look sleepy at all. Aren't you going to sleep? Is there something on your mind? Zhang Li looked at her soft and pitiful appearance and asked softly, will Mommy be hurt? Xiao Bao asked worriedly. Zhang Li laughed when he heard that. Of course not. Young Master is so powerful. How could he hurt her? Also, Xiao Bao must be asking because she loves Mommy. This is normal, but I've seen Mommy's back hurt before. Mommy often has back pain. Is it serious? Xiao Bao thought of something and asked. This caused Zhongli to feel slightly unnatural. This was because Zhongli also knew that Tang Bao had back pain. She had even asked Tang Bao this question before. She was worried that she would not have any problems. Then, she saw that Tang Bao wanted to say something but stopped herself. When her face turned red and she denied it, she understood the reason. It was obvious that this back pain was not normal. So she was worried for nothing. She understood, but Xiao Bao did not. It's okay. That back pain is normal. Zhongli could not explain it to the child, so he could only say it perfunctorily. Normal? And does your back hurt? Xiao Bao asked innocently. This will only happen when you grow up and get married. I see. Xiao Bao still did not understand on a deeper level. She only knew that her back would hurt when she got married. But when will mommy come back? As long as Xiao Bao falls asleep and opens her eyes, mommy will come back, Zhongli said. Okay. Xiao Bao closed her eyes obediently. She thought that as long as she fell asleep, she would be able to see mommy when she woke up. When Di Haoyin and Tang Bao returned, the three children were already asleep. Tang Bao walked into Xiao Bao's room and covered her with a blanket. She was sleeping soundly with a doll in her arms. When she walked out of the room, Zhongli was waiting for her outside. She asked. She didn't make a fuss before she went to bed, right? Xiao Bao has always been a good girl. She doesn't make a fuss. She just asked when you would come back. I told her that she would see you when she woke up after she fell asleep. But, young madam, something happened when the children went to buy desserts on their way back today. Tang Bao knew that they went to buy desserts, but she did not know what happened. What happened? Tang Bao asked, his heart in his throat. In the dessert shop, there was a woman with her child. The child was adopted. The woman kept complaining that her adopted daughter was disobedient and said that she had harmed her. When Xiao Bao heard this, she cried when she came back. What? Tang Bao's first thought was that someone had done this on purpose for Xiao Bao to hear. Xiao Bao was already very sensitive about whether she was biological or not. Now that she had encountered such a thing, she had to find out who did it. What's wrong? Tang Bao turned his head and saw Di Haoyin walking over. He quickly said, Do you know what happened at the dessert shop? Yes. Songshu 566. Chapter 1139. Someone must have arranged for this to happen on purpose for Xiao Bao to hear. I'm going to investigate. I won't let them off. Tang Bao was furious. Why wouldn't they let a child off? What did Xiao Bao do wrong? Bao, calm down. Di Haoyin hugged her. How do you expect me to calm down? Xiao Bao is just a child. This is very detrimental to her growth. She had always treated Xiao Bao as her own daughter. She had watched her grow up obediently, but she had to endure this kind of thing again and again. How could she calm down? Calm down. Was that still Xiao Bao's mother? I've already investigated. Di Haoyin's eyes darkened. Yes, I did. Did you find anything? Who is it? Di Junbai or Mia? Or Lan Wanru? One of the three must be. None of them. The mother and daughter are indeed in such a situation. The girl is 3 years old, about the same age as Xiao Bao. The woman didn't bear any children after she got married. Later on, she believed in the superstition of adopting a child to accumulate virtue and good deeds so that she could get pregnant again. Later on, she really did give birth to a son. After that, she hated her daughter. After investigating, we found that the girl was always disliked at home. She was often beaten and scolded. Why did they take her to buy food when they didn't like her? Tang Bao was suspicious. It's because the girl's biological mother gave them money. They treated her better for the money, but they still complained, Di Haoyin said. Tang Bao felt that his head was very heavy. He turned around and leaned against the railing. Since they adopted her, they should raise her well. Just because she gave birth to a child and has no value, she should be treated like this? What's wrong with the girl? That's too selfish. I'm thinking if we should let Xiao Bao go back to her biological mother. When Tang Bao heard Di Haoyin's words, he looked up blankly and saw the heartlessness in his dark eyes. What nonsense are you talking about? Di Haoyin was frightened when he said such things in front of Xiao Bao's room. He immediately pulled him back into the room. Why did you say that? She's not your biological daughter, and you don't want her? I know that she has no feelings for you. After all, you didn't watch her grow up. But I'm different. Di Hao Yin, I raised her with my own hands for 3 years. Do you think I don't have feelings for her? If they had been raised with wealth, perhaps it wouldn't have left such a deep impression on me. However, Xiaobao and Erbao were raised by me through hard work. Those 3 years were so lonely to me. Without them, I don't even know if I would have been able to live so strong. Do you understand my difficulties? Tang Bao asked. She was also afraid that Di Hao Yin would really do that. I understand, but I don't want you to be sad because of her. If this continues, I will really do it. Let's not talk about Xiaobao. If it was Erbao who offended you, I would have sent him out of the country. Tang Bao was speechless, because Di Hao Yin would really do it. His possessiveness was too scary. It was as if he only had eyes for her. He could give up on anyone. But Tang Bao couldn't do it. Tang Bao stepped forward and hugged Di Hao Yin's strong waist. She buried her face in his chest and said, "Promise me, don't scare me. I don't want to. I really don't want Xiao Bao to go back to her biological mother. Di Hao Yin, you have to think about me." Di Hao Yin's large hand clasped the back of her head and pressed her head deeper into his chest. If it weren't for the fact that he was afraid that Tang Bao would be sad, he would have sent Xiao Bao away long ago. But in the end, he could only promise her, okay. In the morning, Xiao Bao opened her eyes and saw Tang Bao sitting by the bed and looking at her. She was immediately surprised. "Mommy, my little lazy worm, you're finally awake. If you didn't wake up, I would have had to wake you up," Tang Bao said lovingly as she pinched her little face. "I won't be late," Xiao Bao promised. "It's okay. Mommy will be here if you're late. Nothing will happen." Tang Bao stroked her hair that was messy from sleep and said, "Mommy will comb your hair." Xiao Bao was very happy, but then she said obediently, "Mommy, I can comb my own hair." "Why? Can't Mommy comb your hair for you?" Tang Bao asked. "No, I just want to be a good child." Every parent would be happy to hear such words. It was rare and precious to be a good child. It was so sensible. But Tang Bao only felt bitterness in her heart when she heard this. She didn't want her to be so sensible at all. "It's okay. Xiao Bao doesn't need to be a good child. You're still young. Come, Mommy will comb your hair for you." Tang Bao let her sit in front of the mirror and then combed her hair. She combed her hair into a small hairdo. She had a small round face and big eyes. She was very cute. "It's so pretty. Do you like it?" Tang Bao looked at Xiao Bao in the mirror. "I like it." Tang Bao went to negotiate with someone else about the filming location during the day. Just as she was about to leave, she ran into Chun Yao, who came to look for her. Tang Bao really wanted to turn around and run away without caring about her image. Xiao Ding, who was following her, also saw Chun Yao and thought that this was President Tang's home. She couldn't be a third wheel here. "President Tang, I'll be leaving first." "What? You're not allowed to leave," Tang Bao immediately said. Xiao Ding stood there motionless, shocked by Tang Bao's panicked expression. Before she could come back to her senses, Chun Yao ran over. "Tang Ge, did you tell my brother that I want to look for you?" "Yes." Tang Bao didn't deny it. "Did you propose marriage to my brother, and then my brother got angry and came to look for me?" "What the hell?" "I know. My brother was obviously jealous." "Don't think I can't tell." Tang Bao didn't want to talk to Chun Yao anymore. She was obviously a scholar who couldn't reason with a soldier. If she continued talking, she would be the crazy one. He turned around and went to the car, but was stopped by Chun Yao. "Tang Ge, why are you ignoring me? Why should I talk to you? I'm already married. What's the point of this? Besides, I don't have any feelings for you in that way. Don't you know?" Tang Bao refused firmly. "You're married? Who's the bride?" Chun Yao was stunned. "You don't have to know who it is. I'm already married anyway." "Impossible. Tang Ge, don't lie to me. I know you're not married." "Why? My brother said so." "Your brother?" "Yes, I asked him before. I asked him if you were married, and he said no." Tang Bao gritted his teeth. He wanted to bite Meng Shi to death. Did this person have a bad memory? He already knew that she was married, and the bride was Di Hao Yin. "I don't want to talk to you about this. I'm telling you again, I won't sign you under my studio, and I won't like a woman like you. If you don't understand, go back and think about it." Don't appear in front of me again. After that, he pushed Chen Yao away and got into the car. Xiao Ding, who was in the car, looked at Tang Bao and asked carefully, Tang Ge, that woman, isn't she your wife? Wife. Come and see. Hongcha 866. Chapter 1140. It's your marriage partner, commonly known as your wife. Aren't you overthinking it? How does she look like my wife? There's no such thing. I only know now that there's no such thing, but everyone in the studio thinks she's your wife. Tang Bao frowned. So you put her in my office every time? Xiao Ding nodded. Tang Bao sighed. It turned out that she had been tricked by the people around her, especially that idiot Meng Shi. Tang Bao was so angry that she called Meng Shi directly. Tang Ge, whenever I see you call me, I feel so energized. Let me ask you, why did you tell your sister that I'm not married? That wretched girl went to look for you again? Meng Shi was furious. Answer my question first. I did say that. Don't you know that I'm married? Why did you say that I'm not married? I don't need you to mislead me. Can't you tell the truth? Tang Bao questioned. At that time, I didn't know that she was pestering you. Moreover, you're not married to begin with. Who told you that I'm not married? I'm already married to Di Hao Yan. It's not like you don't know that. Tang Bao roared angrily. He really knew how to cause trouble for her. After Tang Bao roared, she remembered that there was someone else in the car. She couldn't help but look up and saw Xiao Ding's stunned and frightened expression. There were only a few words in her mind. Married? With a young master? Who's married to President Tang? Who's married to the young master? Tang Bao was sweating. She was scared out of her wits. Meng Shi had no idea what was going on here and continued, You're not married. She sounded very sure. What do you mean? Do you still remember the last time I asked you for your marriage certificate and you couldn't take it out? If you're married, what's wrong with showing me the marriage certificate? There's only one explanation, and that's that you're not married at all. Meng, she analyzed reasonably. Tang Bao was actually speechless by his analysis. However, it wasn't that she couldn't take out the marriage certificate. Instead, the marriage certificate that she took out showed her marriage photo with Di Hao Yan in women's clothing. If she showed it to Meng Shi, wouldn't that be telling him that she was a girl? You can't say it, right? Meng Shi asked. I'm married. I'm not lying to you, Tang Bao said passively. Show me the evidence. Whether you believe it or not, I'm really married. I don't believe you. Believe it or not, it's up to you. Now, deal with your sister with me. If I could deal with her, I wouldn't be so arrogant. Let me tell you, she's a weirdo. She could tell that Tang Bao was depressed. What a difficult woman. She was full of strange things. Then what do you think we should do now? Tang Bao asked. Leave it to me. I'm willing to do anything for you. Ma. Meng Shi hung up after saying that. Tang Bao watched as the phone screen turned black. He was so tired that he was crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Kisses? He was really hopeless. She was being pestered by this pair of siblings, wasn't she? Even if they wanted her life, this was not how they wanted it. Tang Bao put down his phone and looked at Xiao Ding, who seemed to be still in shock. Since he'd already heard it, there was no need to deny it. Could it be that he would explain that he did not deliberately hide it in the future? Don't mention this to the people in the studio. Tang Bao cleared his throat and said, President Tang, are you really married to young Master Di? Tang Bao nodded. We've been married for a few years. Xiao Ding was even more frightened. A few years? Tang Bao cleared his throat again. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to complicate things. Did you get your marriage certificate overseas? Xiao Ding asked. Yes, overseas. Tang Bao nodded. Xiao Ding was shocked and happy. This is a good thing. If those Fujoshis in the studio find out, they will definitely be happy for President Tang. Fujoshis? Don't say it. Don't worry, President Tang. If you don't let me say it, I definitely won't say it. That's good. Tang Bao's car drove to the entrance of the studio. Tang Bao got out of the car and entered the studio. Far away, Mia sat in the car and watched Tang Bao into the studio. The hatred in her eyes could not be hidden. How should she scheme against Tang Ge? She could not tolerate him at all. At this moment, her phone rang. Seeing that it was Lan Wanru, she picked it up. Miss Lan, how's it going? I don't know why, but young Master D doesn't have any feelings for me at all. Didn't you tell me at the beginning that you and young Master D are developing well? Lan Wanru's unhappy voice came through. Actually, the person who has been in contact with me is not young Master D, but Tengu. I didn't know it was Tengu until the matter was exposed. I hate him to death now. Mia gritted her teeth. What's the use of hating him? I told you from the beginning not to underestimate Tengu. Otherwise, why would you need to go for plastic surgery? I can do it myself. 2 days ago, I ran into an interesting matter at a cake shop. What was it? It was a mother and daughter who went to buy a cake. The girl was adopted and was cursed by her mother on the spot. Coincidentally, not only was I there, but young Master D's child was also there. My little sister naturally saw that scene and seemed very sad. It was indeed very interesting. I was thinking if, don't tell me. Don't let me know what you do. I'm only interested in the results. Lan Wanru stopped her. Although Mia was uncomfortable with Lan Wanru's attitude, she still did not say anything. She could feel that Lan Wanru wanted to stay out of what she did. However, Mia said to Lan Wanru that it did not mean that she would give her a share of the cake. If she succeeded, she would not give Di Hao Ian to Lan Wanru. Don't look down on a country bumpkin in front of her. She was a country bumpkin in the past, but it did not mean that she would be one in the future. The next day, Tang Bao settled his work at work and then arranged to have a meal with someone. She had been very busy recently. As it was close to the start of filming, she did not have dinner with Di Hao Ian yesterday. To be honest, every time it was as if she was asking for leave from Di Hao Ian. She was very nervous, afraid that Di Hao Ian would not approve. Tang Bao called. Di Hao Ian looked at the phone on the table. The caller ID showed on it. To be honest, he did not want to answer at all, because only by not answering it would he not hear Tang Bao say that she was going out and could not have lunch with him. But in the end, he still answered. Are you busy? No. Then why did you take so long to answer my call? Tang Bao was puzzled. Nothing. Oh, okay. I have an appointment with someone, so I can't have lunch with you. You eat by yourself. I'll try to come back earlier. After Tang Bao finished speaking, he did not hear Di Hao Ian's voice, but he could still feel Di Hao Ian's gloomy coldness. So he immediately said, when I'm done with my work, I'll sleep with you every day, okay? You have to sleep with me every day. Okay. Tang Bao smiled stiffly and agreed. Awesome novel. Hongcha 866. Chapter 1141. After hanging up, she thought sadly that it was impossible to take advantage of Di Hao Ian. She had to give something in return. Tang Bao had lunch with the investors and the director. After he left, he thought of something and asked the driver to go to the children's school. He wanted to see them. She was worried about Xiao Bao's situation in school. Would she be in low spirits as well? Tang Bao entered the school and went to the kindergarten. From afar, he saw Xiao Bao sitting there crying while Bao and the teacher were comforting her. Di Bowling's face was cold. Tang Bao quickly walked over. What's wrong? The teacher recognized Tang Bao and immediately stood up. She said helplessly, Hello, I don't know what's wrong with Di Yunxi. Mommy. Bao stood up and looked at Tang Bao for help. Tang Bao patted his and Di Bowling's heads. Then he squatted down in front of Xiao Bao and wiped her tears. Xiao Bao, what's wrong? Tell Mommy what's wrong. Xiao Bao looked up at Tang Bao with tears in her eyes. Mommy, Tang Bao hugged her. It's okay. Mommy's here. Don't be afraid. Xiao Bao hugged Tang Bao's neck and only calmed down after a long while. Her eyes were red from crying. Tang Bao hugged her and sat by the flower bed. Beside him were Bao and Di Bowling. The teacher did not dare to leave. Everyone in the school knew that the children of the Di family were extremely respected. If anything happened, they would not be exempted from responsibility. Therefore, they were under a lot of pressure. Mommy, did you come here to see me? Xiao Bao asked. Yes, I came to see you. Mommy missed you, so I came to see you. Are you happy? Xiao Bao nodded. Xiao Bao is happy that Mommy came to see Xiao Bao. Then can you tell Mommy why you're crying? Xiao Mei said that she was picked up by her mommy. Tang Bao sighed helplessly in her heart. She knew that her words would hurt Xiao Bao. However, everyone else had said it unintentionally. Xiao Bao was just too terrified. In the past, Xiao Bao would also say that it was fine as long as she was not picked up from the trash. But now, she could not bear to hear such words. How could it be picked up? Her mommy must be joking. Tang Bao comforted her and then diverted her attention. What did you eat for lunch? Is it good? Xiao Bao nodded. It's delicious. Shall mommy take you out to buy cake? Xiao Bao looked up. Mommy, do you want some? Sure. Let's eat together, Tang Bao said to the teacher. Teacher, I'm sorry, but I want to take half a day off for her. Okay, no problem. Tang Bao looked at Bao and D bowling. The two of you stay in school. I'll take Xiao Bao out for a walk. Later, the driver will bring you home. After Tang Bao took Xiao Bao out of school, she took her to buy delicious food. Tang Bao ate with her. She ate desserts, fruit juices, and sweet and sour things. She ate whatever Xiao Bao ate. After eating for a while, Xiao Bao's mood improved. When we're done eating, Mommy will take you to buy beautiful clothes and a cute panda toy. Okay. Okay. In the past, Tang Bao did not want her to eat too many desserts. She was afraid that her teeth would hurt when she changed them. But now, she could not care less. She could eat whatever she wanted. She would not stop her, as long as she was happy. After eating, she took Xiao Bao to the mall. Her chauffeur followed behind her. Every floor was different. He bought her new clothes. They were all chosen by Xiao Bao herself. She even chose a teddy bear that she liked. She hugged it happily. Wow, it fell off again. The two of them, one adult and one child, were in front of the claw machine. Tang Bao tried 3 times and failed. When the claw machine was clamped, Xiao Bao's eyes were bright. Her mouth was open, and she looked very nervous. She was extremely cute. However, when the claw machine fell off, she was even more surprised. A girl passing by could not help but take a picture of her. Wow, what a cute girl. I want to give birth in the future too. Forget it. I'm afraid you won't be able to. Tang Bao only smiled when she heard that. She continued to focus on clamping the claw machine. Do you want me to help? The passerby asked kindly. Okay. Tang Bao smiled and let her help. She thought that the passerby could not stand it. That was why she made such a request. But clamping the claw machine was really difficult. But when she saw the passerby clamping the claw machine, she did not fall off even when the machine shook. The claw machine clamped the claw machine, and the claw machine fell out. Wow, that's amazing. Xiao Bao could not help but exclaim and clap her little hands. Tang Bao touched her nose awkwardly. There were really experts among the people. She had tried many times, but to no avail. This passerby actually succeeded on the first try. The passerby offered the claw machine to Xiao Bao, but Xiao Bao shook her head. She did not want it. Why not? You don't like this? The passerby asked. Xiao Bao did not say a word. She leaned against Tang Bao and lowered her eyes. Tang Bao seemed to understand Xiao Bao's rejection. He said to the passerby, Can you teach me how to clamp it? Sure. Then, under the guidance of the passerby, Tang Bao finally clamped a snow-white furry rabbit. He passed it to Xiao Bao. Xiao Bao immediately hugged it happily. Mommy, I want to hug it to sleep tonight. Tang Bao smiled. As long as you're happy. The passerby next to them found it strange. Why was she calling a man Mommy? Tang Bao thanked the passerby and left with Xiao Bao. They walked from the first floor to the 4th floor and then walked down from the 4th floor. They had already experienced everything that they wanted to do and everything that they wanted to eat. Xiao Bao's unhappy mood had already been swept away. When they were leaving, there were people selling balloons at the entrance of the mall. They were shouting, Do you want a balloon? Do you want a balloon? Buy one. Tang Bao noticed Xiao Bao's gaze and pulled her little hand forward. Choose one. I want that one. She chose a pink one. Tang Bao bought the pink balloon and let Xiao Bao hold the string. Tang Bao stood at the edge of the plaza and waited for the driver to drive over. At this moment, Tang Bao's cell phone rang. She took it out and saw that it was Di Hao Ian. She answered, Hello. It's not over yet. I went to school and brought Xiao Bao to play for a while. Why didn't you call me? I took a detour when I was preparing to go back. Besides, I didn't expect to bring Xiao Bao out. When are you coming back? I'm waiting for the driver to drive over. The car is parked in the parking lot. As Tang Bao was speaking, she felt her hand loosen. She turned around and saw Xiao Bao chasing the balloon in the direction of the highway. Tang Bao was shocked. Xiao Bao, come back. What's the matter? Di Haoyan's heart was in his throat. Tang Bao could not care less about Di Haoyan. She held her cell phone and chased after Xiao Bao. Just as she got down from the plaza, Tang Bao saw a car speeding over. Xiao Bao stood in the middle of the road and was shocked when she saw the car coming. Tang Bao rushed forward and pushed Xiao Bao away. The car crashed directly into Tang Bao. Di Haoyan stood up abruptly when he heard the sound from the cell phone. He shouted anxiously, "Bao, Songshu 566. Chapter 1142. No one responded to him. Bao, can you hear me? Di Haoyan quickly hung up the phone and called the driver. His hands were trembling and his eyes were bloodshot. Every second after he dialed, the number was like 1,000 cuts to him. As soon as the call was connected, Di Haoyan immediately shouted, "Where's Tang Bao? Young master, young madam was hit by a car." The driver was scared out of his wits. "If anything happens to her, I want you to die with her." Di Haoyan was furious. After hanging up the phone, Di Haoyan ran out of tea out of control. Hiju didn't ask what happened, but he could guess who Di Haoyan was related to. But he didn't dare to guess what happened to Tang Bao. Di Haoyan rushed into the hospital with a murderous aura. Tang Bao, who was bandaging her arm, looked up and saw the terrifying Di Haoyan staring at her as if he wanted to penetrate her. "Are you okay?" Di Haoyan asked, trying to calm himself down. "It's just a scratch. Do you want me to be okay?" Tang Bao asked unhappily. Di Haoyan's tense nerves relaxed, but he felt a pain in his heart. It was as if he had suffered a heavy blow. His face was pale. "Di Haoyan, are you okay?" Tang Bao felt that Di Haoyan's condition was worse than hers. Di Haoyan walked forward and asked the doctor, "She only has a scratch?" "Yes, only a scratch on her arm. Her bones and tendons are not injured." The doctor was an authority in orthopedics and also the principal, but he still felt terrified in front of the king of D City. When Tang Bao entered the hospital, the doctor had already taken care of everything. Of course, he didn't dare to delay the treatment. After confirming that Tang Bao was fine, Di Haoyan's expression returned to normal. It was especially scary. "What happened to you?" "I was just accidentally hit by a car, but the car braked suddenly. I'm fine." "Why did I hear you call Xiao Bao's name on the phone?" Tang Bao wondered if Di Haoyan would send Xiao Bao away if she told him the truth. She didn't want to tell the truth. Di Haoyan would not let go of any change in her expression. Before he knew that she was going to lie, he said coldly, "I want to hear the truth. It's just that I bought a balloon for Xiao Bao, but I didn't hold the string properly, so it flew away. I was on the phone and didn't notice Xiao Bao. She went to chase the balloons alone and ran into the road." Di Haoyan tilted his head slightly and looked sharply at the door. "Where's the culprit?" "There's no need to ask. I'll let her go. She's Mia." Di Haoyan looked at Tang Bao fiercely with his black eyes. "She said she didn't do it on purpose, and she braked suddenly. I let her go after I checked at the hospital and found that she was fine." "She didn't plan it?" Di Haoyan asked coldly. "If she planned it, why didn't she kill me? At that speed, if she didn't step on the brakes, I might have been unconscious now." Tang Bao felt it the most at that time. She also felt that Mia didn't want to kill her. Then why was she there? What a coincidence. Di Haoyan's eyes were deep and sharp. Maybe it was a coincidence. That's a mall where everyone can go. If you want to say that she planned it, what kind of plan could it be? Just to injure me as revenge? "I think this reason is a little far-fetched," Tang Bao said. Di Haoyan's gaze fell on a graze on Tang Bao's arm. Although it was only a superficial wound, if a strand of Tang Bao's hair was hurt, he would be affected, let alone an injury to his arm. "You let her go because you're afraid that I'll take revenge on her." Di Haoyan glanced at her. Tang Bao touched her nose with her other uninjured hand and muttered, "Since you already know, don't ask anymore. I can let her go, but she has to get out of D City with me. She's not allowed to step into D City ever again." Di Haoyan turned around and ordered, "Anyone related to that family is not allowed to step into D City." Tang Bao couldn't stop Di Haoyan. This was already Di Haoyan's most merciful method. She felt that if the Chun family members came to D City one by one, they would sooner or later become victims of Di Haotian's violence. And she couldn't stop him. "Where's Xiao Bao?" Di Haotian asked. I was afraid that she would see the wound on my arm, so I asked her to go next door. "Help me take a look at her and bring her here. I'll bandage it so that the wound won't be seen. Also, don't blame her. She's just a child and doesn't know anything." She was scared out of her wits at that time, Tang Bao said anxiously. Di Haotian replied coldly, "Got it." Then he turned around and left. Xiao Bao sat in the ward next door with the chauffeur looking after her. Xiao Bao kept her head down and hugged the white rabbit that Tang Bao had given her tightly. "Xiao Bao." Xiao Bao looked up with tears on her face. "Daddy, Mommy is bleeding." Di Haotian squatted down and wiped away her tears. "Don't cry. Mommy's fine." "Is it okay?" "Yes. Mommy doesn't want to see you cry like this. She'll be sad and feel that she didn't take good care of you. Do you understand?" Xiao Bao didn't fully understand, but she still listened and stopped crying. Xiao Bao walked into the ward where Tang Bao was. Tang Bao's hand was already bandaged, and the wound was indeed invisible. Xiao Bao walked forward, tears welling up in his eyes, but he forced himself not to let them fall. "I'm fine. I'll be able to leave soon," Tang Bao comforted her. "Mommy must be in a lot of pain." "No, it doesn't hurt anymore. Look, I can still move my hand." Tang Bao raised his hand and moved it up and down as if he was lifting a dumbbell. When he did it for the second time, he met Di Haotian's cold gaze. She was so scared that her hand froze, and she put it down. "Isn't that right? Mommy's fine now." "Yes, as long as Mommy's fine." Xiao Bao pouted. After returning to the castle, Xiao Bao was silent the whole way. It was quiet. Bao and Di Bowling thought that it was useless to go out and play. At night, when Tang Bao took off her clothes in the bathroom, the bandage on her arm was exposed. She needed to treat it when she was showering to prevent water from seeping in. Di Haotian must have gone out just now to get something for her. The bathroom door opened and Di Haotian walked in with the sensitive item in his hand. Tang Bao's face turned red. "My arm is injured, and you brought this for me? Are you surprised?" Di Haotian looked at her deeply. It's not convenient for me now. I won't use your hand when I'm doing that kind of thing." Tang Bao's head was about to explode. Could this person be any more shameless? Di Haotian saw her red face and explained kindly, "This is more effective than plastic wrap. It won't seep in like a normal shower." "Is that amazing?" Tang Bao was very surprised. She didn't know that this item had such a miraculous effect. Attention! Xinwu 799. Chapter 1143. However, it was normal that she didn't know. Who would use this? It was just that she didn't know how to use it. She watched as Di Haotian tore off the packaging. He took out the item inside. Looking at the item that was exposed right before her eyes, Tang Bao's face couldn't help but turn red all the way down to her neck. This item was traumatizing for her. The moment it saw her, it meant that she was going to suffer the pain of being ravaged. Could it be that Di Haotian deliberately said that it was going to be used as a plastic wrap? Was he actually trying to take advantage of her when she was unprepared? That couldn't be right. If Di Haotian was really strong, why would she need to be on guard against him? It was useless no matter how hard she tried. Moreover, Di Haotian was a pervert. The more she struggled, the more excited he became. After Di Haotian took the item out, he used a pair of scissors to cut off both ends. This way it looked like a sleeve. Then Di Haotian grabbed her hand and put the item on her arm. Then Tang Bao realized that the sleeve was not tight. Tang Bao thought of something, and her face was so red that it was about to burn. Could she be blamed for this? Naturally, she made a comparison in her mind and realized that Di Haotian's forearm was similar to her forearm. "Why are you blushing? It's not like you don't know." "I'm not blushing." Tang Bao almost flew into a rage out of humiliation. However, when she saw herself in the mirror, her face was burning red. She wanted to find a hole to hide in. Di Haotian looked at her cute appearance. His dark eyes rippled dangerously as he asked, "Does this hurt?" "It doesn't hurt. I'll help you take off your clothes." "No, I'll take it off myself." "No." Di Haotian was firm. but my hand is only bruised. It's not broken. It doesn't matter if I take off my clothes. Don't use this hand if you can. Di Hao Yin was still firm. As he spoke, he had already taken off her clothes. He pulled the white shirt off with his other hand. Tang Bao could not resist, so he simply stopped moving. However, her body was very stiff. She stood there and was served by Di Hao Yin domineeringly. He stripped her naked. The heat on Tang Bao's face never subsided. In the past, she could still struggle, but now she couldn't even struggle. After they stood under the shower, Tang Bao used one hand to bathe herself. Di Hao Yin, who was standing behind her, was also bathing her. Her face was flushed, and every part of her skin was a beautiful pink. Turn around, Di Hao Yin instructed her. Tang Bao quickly said, I'll wash the front myself. I can't wash it clean with one hand. Tang Bao did not speak or move, but her body was forcefully turned around by Di Hao Yin, not giving her any chance to escape or resist. Tang Bao's gaze accidentally fell on a certain spot. She was so frightened that she quickly turned her face to the side. Tell me, you're simply seducing your husband like this. I'm not. Why not? Di Hao Yin's deep voice was so magnetic in her ears. The redness of your skin, your figure, and your expression can all light up my fire. Tang Bao felt that the magnetic voice had drilled into her ears and even into her body. It was dense and everywhere, making her heart beat faster. She was about to faint from lack of oxygen. If you want to help me bathe, hurry up or I'm going out. Di Hao Yin chuckled charmingly and sexily. He nibbled on her little mouth and whispered, Why? You can't take it anymore. I'm not, Tang Bao denied. She suppressed her erratic breathing and the heat in her body. Di Hao Yin saw how beautiful she looked when she was enduring. He really wanted to swallow her. However, her arm was not good. Even if he swallowed her, she had to go back to the bedroom. After bathing and putting on her pajamas, Tang Bao quickly left the bathroom and went into the bedroom. Fortunately, Di Hao Yin did not do anything to her. Otherwise, she would not have come out of the bathroom so quickly. In fact, she would have come out in a horizontal position in the end. Her hand was grabbed and landed in that broad and thick hand. Di Hao Yin slowly took off the bandage on her arm. Tang Bao realized that Di Hao Yin was right. Not a single drop of water had seeped into her arm. As long as she did not think too much, this was much more useful and convenient than plastic wrap. If it was plastic wrap, no matter how tightly it was wrapped, some water would still seep in. Tang Bao looked at her gauze and asked, Do you think it will leave a scar? It's fine if it's on my body, but it won't look good on my arm. I still want to wear women's clothes in the future. It won't. Even if there's a scar, I'll still like it. Di Hao Yin hugged her. His strong physique made it impossible for her to escape. He dominated her breath. Do you know that you scare me so much that my heart almost stopped? Tang Bao met those deep and dark eyes. Her heartbeat and breathing became unstable. Therefore, when he was in the hospital, he appeared so flustered and his face was pale. That was because she had scared him. I'm sorry. I didn't know it would be like that. Fortunately, it's only a superficial wound. A superficial wound is fine. Di Hao Yin's eyes darkened. Tang Bao was afraid of his scary expression. She swallowed and said, Don't do it again. Di Hao Yin really did not know what to do with her. He could not bear to be rough with her, but if he did not, the fear in his heart would consume him. Tang Bao could not understand how he felt when he heard the crash on the phone. At that moment, his heart seemed to have stopped. If something happened to Tang Bao again, he did not know if he would go crazy. Di Hao Yin, why aren't you saying anything? MMPH. Tang Bao was wondering if Di Hao Yin had been provoked and had not recovered from a shock, but her little mouth was suddenly covered. Tang Bao's face immediately flushed red. Her breathing became unstable as she endured Di Hao Yin's wolfing down. She felt that she should not have resisted Di Hao Yin, even if she knew that her hand was injured. But she knew that Di Hao Yin would not hurt her. After they were on the bed, Tang Bao was peeled open like a tender bamboo shoot under Di Hao Yin's dangerous gaze. His gaze was so hot that every inch of her skin felt like it was burning. In the end, Di Hao Ian really did not touch her hand. He held her in place and treated her like a wild beast. In the morning, Tang Bao did not wake up on time. After being tormented for a long time last night, she naturally slept until late in the morning. In a daze, Tang Bao felt someone kiss her lips. She pursed her red lips as if itching and went back to sleep. Di Hao Ian went downstairs. The children were already awake. Xiao Bao immediately ran over. "Daddy, how's Mommy? Does her arm still hurt?" Di Hao Ian looked at her teary eyes and asked, "Are you crying? Daddy, will Mommy's arm be like the arm of the auntie at the dessert shop that day?" Xiao Bao asked worriedly. "Auntie," Hiju walked up and explained, "it should be the mother and daughter at the dessert shop that day." Songshu 566. Chapter 1144. Di Hao Ian's eyes narrowed as he furrowed his brows. His gaze suddenly became vicious and cold. Hiju felt the change in Di Hao Ian's aura and seemed to have an idea in his heart. If the dessert shop incident was a coincidence, then could Tang Bao's injury also be a coincidence? "Young master, do you want to investigate?" "No need. Just deal with her directly." Hiju was slightly stunned and nodded after he understood. Yes. With his mindset, there was no need to investigate at all. It would be a waste of time. In the morning, Mia was still sleeping when a few men in black suddenly barged into the house, scaring her awake from her sleep. She looked at the few ill-intentioned people beside the bed in fear. "Who are you? Why did you barge into my house? Do you believe that I won't call the police?" Zhang Chao looked at her expressionlessly. "Miss Chun, I think D-City can no longer tolerate people like you. Please leave. You're the young master's man." Mia looked at Zhang Chao, who looked slightly familiar, and remembered. "It's good that you know. Don't struggle needlessly. Come with us obediently and leave D-City." "No, I don't want to. I want to see the young master. The young master likes me. He even sent me a message. I want to see the young master." Mia struggled to run out of the house. The bodyguards didn't stop her. They followed her downstairs and directly stuffed her into the car. Let go. Why are you doing this to me?" I know. It's Tang Ji's idea, right? It must be him. He was the one who sent the message the last time. He must be the one who asked you to come this time. I'm going to kill him." Zhang Chao directly slapped Mia, causing her to vomit blood. Her hair was disheveled, and she looked very pathetic. "If that's the case, it's enough for you to die 100 times." Zhang Chao said fiercely. Mia cried and complained. "I want to tell the young master. I must tell the young master. It's you who acted on your own initiative to deal with me. If the young master finds out, he won't let any of you off." "Miss Chun, you're too confident in yourself. If Mr. Tang wasn't injured, you might not have ended up in this situation. The young master's order was that whoever hurt Mr. Tang had to die. Do you understand?" Zhang Chao sneered. "You want to kill me?" Mia's face turned pale. She was scared out of her wits and shook her head. No, you can't kill me. I want to see the young emperor. I want to see the young master." Who would let her see Di Hao Ian? If he did, he would just die a little faster. Di Hao Ian's intention was clear. Mia can't stay. Now, it wasn't just banishment from the imperial city. Instead, he wanted her to die outside the imperial city. However, Mia still wanted to see Di Hao Ian before she died. She felt that her face was what Di Hao Ian liked. Di Hao Ian would never do anything to this face. It could only be said that Mia didn't understand the king of Imperial City. If he had been merciful because of a similar face, would Xiao Rue have ended up in such a miserable state? It wasn't your fault to have a similar face, but to hurt Tang Bao, you should be burned to ashes. Not only Mia, but even Chen Zaijiao was also banished from Imperial City. A powerless commoner like him had no ability to struggle and could only leave obediently. According to Di Hao Ian's temper, it would be best for the Chun family to disappear forever. At night, Lan Wanru called Mia. After a few rings, the call was picked up. "What are you doing now? Are you going to do something to Tanga?" Although Lan Wanru didn't want to know Mia's plan, he still asked. After all, Lan Wanru was unreliable. "Did you succeed?" "I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint Miss Lan." The man's voice stunned Lan Wanru. Why does this voice sound so familiar? Lan Wanru trembled. He Jew. I was just wondering whose idea it was to have Mia undergo plastic surgery to look like young madam. So it was you. It wasn't me. I didn't know. It was Mia who came to me herself, Lon Wanru denied. He Jew didn't say anything else and hung up. He walked to Di Hao Ian's bedroom and knocked on the door. Di Hao Ian walked out. He Jew said, the person who called was Lon Wanru. Di Hao Ian's black eyes flashed with a malicious light. At this moment, Di Hao Ian's phone vibrated. Di Hao Ian took it out and answered without looking at the missed call. Lon Wanru's anxious voice came from the phone. Brother Hao Ian, it's me. I want to explain to you. I did ask Mia to undergo plastic surgery, but I didn't ask her to hurt Tang Ge. I only wanted her to seduce you and drive a wedge between you and Tang Ge. I'm doing this for your own good. Tang Ge is a man. You can't be with him. Brother Hao Ian, do you blame me? I thought that by driving a wedge between you and Tang Ge, I could return to your side and replace him. Brother Hao Ian, I've loved you for so many years. Why do you have to be with a man in the end? Di Hao Ian hung up. His expression was cold and frightening. Lon Wanru wanted to say something, but the call was cut off. When he called again, the number was no longer in service. Lon Wanru's face was pale. He stood there unsteadily. What did he mean? Was Di Hao Ian coming to deal with her? She didn't mean to hurt Tang Ge. She just wanted to drive a wedge between them. That was how it was. What's wrong? Di Junbai, who was socializing outside, came back at this moment. Lon Wanru came back to his senses in shock. When he saw Di Junbai, he immediately went forward and begged, Brother, help me. Brother Hao Ian, he might not let me go. What happened? You know Mia, right? I was the one who ordered her to undergo plastic surgery to look like Tang Bao. I only wanted her to drive a wedge between Brother Hao Ian and Tang Bao. But I didn't say I was going to hurt Tang Ge. I really didn't mean it. But now that Brother Hao Ian knows, he won't let me go, Lon Wanru said anxiously. You know? Yes, I know. I didn't expect Mia to be such a useless person. She's simply a piece of trash. Lon Wanru even blamed someone else. If he finds out, it might not end well for you. I know. That's why I came to beg you. Brother, help me. I didn't do anything wrong. Tell me, who's more hateful, the tiger or the person who set the tiger free? Di Junbai asked back. Lon Wanru was stunned. He despaired and broke down. Yes, she was indeed the one who set the tiger free, because she was vicious in the first place. But who did she do all this for? She did it for Di Hao Ian. She loved him. I can't accept this. I can't accept this. Why can't I even win against a dead person? Why can't Brother Hao Ian love me? Why does he treat me so heartlessly when Tang Bao is already dead? Could it be that to him, I'm just a dispensable person? Doesn't he know how much I love him? Hongcha 866. Chapter 1145. You shouldn't have hurt Tang Ge. He wouldn't have cared about anything else. Di Junbai was telling the truth, but the truth made Lon Wanru's heart ache. She didn't want to do anything. She just wanted Tang Ge to disappear. Perhaps you can beg Auntie and ask her to think of a way. Di Junbai suddenly gave her an idea. Auntie, Lon Wanru was stunned. But Auntie isn't in good spirits now. Can she do it? They all knew that ever since Liu Huai found out that the grandson wasn't hers, her spirits had been crushed. You can give it a try. Lon Wanru hesitated. Di Junbai said, Or do you want to die? I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Lon Wanru couldn't die. I'll go find Annie now. With that, she ran to Liu Huai's room. Di Junbai looked at the figure that was running away. A terrifying light flashed across his eyes without a sound. Lon Wanru didn't have time to knock on the door. She pushed the door open. The lights inside were still on, which meant that Liu Huai wasn't asleep yet. But she didn't react to Lon Wanru. She sat on the bed, still holding the photo of Di Bowling. Her face was lifeless, as if she had been dealt a heavy blow. From the beginning to the current despair, it was all because of the child she had truly loved. But in the end, he had become the grandson of the person she hated the most. She wanted to make a scene and deal with Di Hao Ian's family, but she didn't know where to start. She didn't have the power of the king of Di City, so she couldn't do anything. In the end, She could only be so disheartened. Auntie! Lan Wanru went forward and grabbed Li Yuhuai's hand. Li Yuhuai turned around and looked at her with lifeless eyes. Why aren't you sleeping? Auntie, you have to take care of yourself. Don't go on like this. Let's get Bowling back, okay? Get him back? How could they snatch it? Even if I snatch him back, he's not my grandson. Li Yuhuai's eyes were filled with tears. How could it be the same? It was different. Then let me give birth to another one, Lan Wanru suggested. Do you think I didn't mention it? He didn't want to. He's actually unwilling. He still hasn't forgotten that woman. Lan Wanru didn't need to think to know who the woman Li Yuhuai was talking about was. Because in her heart, Tang Bao was just as detestable. Lan Wanru was in tears. I don't know why the Tang Bao is still haunting us, even though he's already dead. I just want to be with Brother Hao Yin after she dies. Why can't I? Even if she died, couldn't she let Brother Hao Yin go? Now, because I asked a woman to undergo plastic surgery to look like Tang Bao to seduce Brother Hao Yin and was found out, they want to kill me. Auntie, what do you think I should do? When Li Yuhuai heard Lan Wanru's words, her expression became slightly more spirited. What did you say? Di Hao Yin wants to kill you? Lan Wanru nodded. Her tears kept falling. Yes, because of that Tang Ge. He can't even tolerate me now. Auntie, I don't want to die. Can you help me? Although she didn't know what ability Li Yuhuai had to help her, since Di Junbai said so, there should be a turn for the better. Li Yuhuai's eyes were filled with hatred. Their family is simply too much of a bully. Don't tell me they want to kill everyone in my family? Lan Wanru lay on Lan Wanru's body and cried. Auntie, you must help me. At this moment, there was a knock on the door. A servant walked in with a panicked expression. Madam, the young master is here. What? Lan Wanru's expression was extremely frightened. She grabbed Li Yuhuai's hand tightly. Auntie, I don't want to go. I don't want to die. Li Yuhuai hurriedly comforted her. It's okay. You won't die. No one will die. She got off the bed as she spoke. Lan Wanru didn't want to go out, but this kind of thing was no longer up to her. Hiju walked into the room, glanced at Li Yuhuai, and turned to Lan Wanru. Miss Lan, the young master is downstairs. He wants to see you. I'm not going. Lan Wanru refused. Why not? The young master has come personally. Are you unhappy? Hiju asked. Li Yuhuai stood in front of Lan Wanru. Di Hao Yin, don't go too far. You will suffer retribution. Retribution? Second, madam, you're right. There will be retribution for doing bad things. For example, your family. Hiju said coldly. Hiju couldn't be bothered to talk nonsense. He ordered the servants, take her down. Lan Wanru was taken downstairs. Li Yuhuai naturally protected Lan Wanru. She couldn't stop him and could only follow him downstairs. Di Hao Yin sat on the sofa, holding a cup of tea that the servant had poured for him. The heat from the tea couldn't hide the coldness from his body. The atmosphere of the entire villa changed. It was so cold and terrifying, as if they had entered hell. Di Hao Yin, let me tell you, don't go too far. Do you have to kill everyone in my family? Don't forget, you even stole my grandson. Li Yuhuai trembled as she questioned. Di Hao Yin's black eyes were calm. His voice was low and cold. Grandson? Recently, I heard that second aunt's mind is becoming more and more unclear. She's always speaking incoherently and nonsense. Looks like it's true. I didn't. Bowling is my grandson. You stole him. Di Lingyue is my husband. You killed him. Now you want to kill Wanru. How can you be so ruthless? Li Yuhuai was afraid, but she could only go against Di Hao Yin. Otherwise, this family would really be destroyed. Di Hao Yin's black eyes lifted slightly. His gaze landed on Lan Wanru. That bone-chilling coldness made Lan Wanru take a step back in fear. Ruthless? Second aunt, I'm afraid you have some misunderstanding about me. If you didn't push me too far, I would still be merciful to your family. As for killing her, when did I say that? Li Yu and Lan Wanru were both stunned, especially Lan Wanru. You're not here to kill me. What is Di Lingyue most afraid of? He's afraid that he won't be able to fight against me after he dies. What are you most afraid of? Di Hao Yin asked. His voice didn't contain any emotions. Lan Wanru's face turned slightly pale. With a body like yours, it's only a matter of time before you die. Why should I do this? However, I'll find a place where you can live out your life peacefully. Di Hao Yin said heartlessly. While where? Lan Wanru asked. Prison. What? Lan Wanru's face was ashen. There wasn't a trace of blood in it. His whole body was on the verge of collapsing. Tears fell from his eyes. He was extremely afraid. He went to Di Hao Yin and went forward to kneel in front of Di Hao Yin. No, Brother Hao Yin, don't do this to me. I'm doing all this because I love you. What's Tang Bao? What's Tango? I've been by your side for so many years. Who can compare my love? Why can't you look at me a little more? Otherwise, how could I become like this? Xinwu 799. Chapter 1146. Di Hao Yin was indifferent to her confession. Lan Wanru cried. Besides, I'm innocent in this incident. I only asked Mia to do plastic surgery to seduce you. I didn't do anything else. Why can't you believe me? I didn't know Mia would drive a car to hit Tang Ge. Brother Hao Yin, did Tang Ge say something to you? It must be like that. He must have said something to you. It must be like that. He doesn't like me and wants to use you to deal with me. Brother Hao Yin, don't fall for his trick. Di Hao Yin pushed Lan Wanru away. Lan Wanru fell to the ground. Wanru. Li Yuhai went forward to help her up. Di Hao Yin looked at Lan Wanru coldly. I'll tell you this. Even if you want to use me, I'll gladly do it. Lan Wanru's body was weak from the blow. Her breathing was heavy, but what made her feel even more desperate was Di Hao Yin's disgusting behavior and his words. Lan Wanru suddenly laughed like a maniac. Ha 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 ha. Even if you want to use me, I'll gladly do it. Ha ha. Brother Hao Yin, you've really disappointed me. Saying such things to you because of a man, aren't you afraid that Tang Bao will crawl out of his grave and question you? You don't have to worry about that. Brother Hao Yin, open your eyes and take a good look. You're the king of D City, the most honorable man in the world. Don't be bewitched by Tang Ge. Lan Wanru shouted loudly, as if trying to wake Di Hao Yin up. I like being bewitched by her. I'd rather never wake up. Di Hao Yin put down the untouched teacup, stood up, and said, Take her away. The bodyguards went forward to pull Lan Wanru away. Lan Wanru struggled. No, I don't want to go to prison. Di Hao Yin, you kill me. You kill me. Li Yuhai hugged Lan Wanru and refused to let go. Let go of me. Let her go. Auntie, save me. Auntie. Lan Wanru was so scared that she cried. She was afraid of Di Hao Yin's methods. She couldn't go to a place like prison that was worse than death. He might as well just kill her. Li Yuhai watched as Di Hao Yin walked further and further away. With tears in his eyes, he seemed to have made an important decision. If you really want to treat Lan Wanru like this, then why don't you take my life as compensation? After saying that, Li Yuhai let go of Lan Wanru, and his head directly hit the sharp corner of the coffee table. With a bang, Li Yuhai fell to the ground. His eyes were closed, and there was a hole in his head. Blood flowed to the ground. Lan Wanru couldn't believe his eyes. He crawled forward and said, Auntie, wake up. Auntie, you can't abandon me. You can't abandon me. Di Hao Yin turned around and looked at the scene. His black eyes were cold, and he didn't say anything. He turned around and left. Ju signaled with his eyes, and his bodyguards came forward and pulled Lan Wanru away. No, save me. I don't want to go. Brother, where are you? Save me. Lan Wanru's voice got further and further away until it couldn't be heard anymore. The car left, leaving only empty silence. Di Junbai was standing by the railing on the second floor. He turned around and slowly walked down the stairs. He walked until he reached Li Yuhai, who was lying on the ground. Li Yuhai wasn't dead yet. She was still breathing. Di Junbai squatted down and picked her up. He called her, Mom. Li Yuhai struggled to open her eyes. She looked at Di Junbai, her son, and asked, Why did you do this to me? Why did you bring bowling to our house? Why can't you forget that woman? Is it because of her? I'm sorry. Di Junbai apologized. Li Yuhai wanted to laugh, but she couldn't. Or rather, she didn't have the energy to laugh. Wanru is your sister. You have to save her. I know, Di Junbai said. I really want to see bowling again. Li Yuhuai's tears flowed out. Di Junbai didn't say anything. Li Yuhuai looked at her son. He was so perfect. She had kept a secret for so many years to give birth to him. But she didn't regret it at all. Child, there's something I've always hidden in my heart. I've never told anyone. Those who know are already dead. If I don't tell you this secret now, I won't have the chance to in the future. Li Yuhuai said weakly. Don't say it. Di Junbai refused to listen. No, I want to say I told you not to say it. Di Junbai's gaze turned cold. Actually, you and Di Haotian, I told you not to say it. Di Junbai roared uncontrollably. He covered Li Yuhuai's mouth and nose with all his strength. Li Yuhuai couldn't breathe. Her eyes were wide open, and her body twitched slightly due to the lack of oxygen. In the end, she suffocated. Only then did Di Junbai release his grip. Di Junbai looked at Li Yuhuai, who died with her eyes wide open. His gaze was hurt. I told you not to say it. Why did you say it? I wanted to take you to the hospital. Why did you say it? Why? At night, Tang Bao went to bed first. She thought that Di Haotian was in the study, so she fell asleep while waiting. When she woke up, it was already morning. She had just woken up when she realized that she was being held tightly by someone. She didn't need to think to know who it was. She was all too familiar with that strong and broad chest. She turned around. Di Haotian's eyes were closed, but she still couldn't ignore the danger in his eyes. Tang Bao reached out and touched those sexy thin lips with her finger. Di Haotian didn't open his eyes. He asked, "Why didn't you just kiss me?" As soon as he finished speaking, he grabbed Tang Bao's face and kissed her. Tang Bao wanted to resist because she hadn't brushed her teeth, but she was already used to Di Haotian kissing her in the morning. He kissed her until she was panting. Li Yuhuai is dead. Tang Bao, who was panting, was stunned and sobered up. What did you say? Your second aunt? Lan Wanru killed her. Lan Wanru is in jail. Why would Lan Wanru kill her own aunt? Tang Bao was puzzled. Their family matters are very complicated. I'm not too sure. When did this happen? Last night. Last night? In other words, such a big thing happened in just one night? Tang Bao couldn't believe it. It was as if a person died just like that. When Li Yuhuai's funeral was held, her family and friends were all in attendance. They were all dressed in black. At the cemetery, Tang Bao saw Di Junbai standing in front of the tombstone. She was slightly stunned when she saw a teardrop fall from Di Junbai's eyes. She didn't know if she should sympathize with Di Junbai. His loved ones had already left him, and he was all alone now. Di Bowling walked towards Di Junbai and pulled his hand. Daddy, Di Junbai's eyes flashed. He looked at Di Bowling's little face and patted his head. Daddy is fine. I haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been? Di Bowling couldn't say it out loud. Welfare? Xinwu 799. Chapter 1147. He had a good life in the castle because he was always by his mother's side, but that didn't mean that he had forgotten about his father. Therefore, he didn't know what to say for a moment. He was afraid that Di Junbai would be sad. It's okay, as long as you're living well. I don't have any other requests. Grandma is dead, and Aunt is gone. You're the only family I have left. Di Junbai squatted down, touched Di Bowling's head, and looked at him tenderly. Yes, I'll always be by your side, Di Bowling said. Tang Bao's expression changed slightly, but Di Haotian had already walked to Di Bowling's side. Let's go. Di Bowling trembled when he heard this voice. He looked up at Di Haotian. I want to go home. Your home is not there. Why not? That's my home. Di Bowling retorted unhappily. The castle is. I'm not going to the castle. I can't let my father be alone at home. Don't mess with me. Di Haotian looked at him coldly and sternly. Then, he pulled Di Bowling away and the whole family got into the car together. Di Bowling watched from the car window as Di Junbai, who was standing there, got further and further away from him. He didn't say a word, and his whole body seemed to be shrouded in gloom. Tang Bao was very distressed when he saw this. He looked at Di Haotian. The meaning was obvious. Di Haotian replied with 3 words, impossible. After returning to the castle, Di Bowling went into the hall without saying a word. He ignored everyone and went straight to his room. Tang Bao said to Di Haotian, "Just let him go back, or you can go with him. Can't you? I can't indulge him like this. If there's a first time, there will be a second time. I want to completely cut off his thoughts. But he's still a child. How can he understand the love and hatred of adults? If he doesn't understand, then start learning now." Di Haotian, didn't you hear what Di Junbai said in the cemetery? He said that on purpose for Di Bowling to hear. He really doesn't know who his father is. Tang Bao went to Di Bowling's room. Di Bowling was sitting on the sofa with his head lowered. When he saw her enter, he called out, "Mommy." Tang Bao walked over and sat down beside him. He asked, "Do you really want to go back?" Di Bowling thought for a moment, nodded, and said, I'm just going back to accompany him. I'll come back again, okay?" After saying that, he gave up and said, "I know, you can't make the decision. There's no point in asking you." Tang Bao, are you really just going back to accompany him? Will you come back? I mean what I say. Di Bowling promised. Then if you want to leave, and your daddy says that he's alone now and needs someone to accompany him, will you continue to stay there? Tang Bao asked. My grandma just passed away. I want to be with him and be happy. So you're saying that as long as he's unhappy, you won't come back? I won't. I think that if it's too long, Di Haotian won't agree. Then I'll stay as long as he wants me to. That should be fine, right? Tang Bao kissed his forehead. I'll help you talk to him. Will he bully you? Di Bowling asked. Tang Bao was about to say something when Di Haotian came in and answered for her. Yes. You still want to go? You're threatening me. Di Bowling's face turned red. Di Haotian snorted coldly. You know what a threat is. Don't treat me like a child. I know everything. Since you know everything, then all the more you shouldn't go. Di Haotian's face was cold and stern. I'm just going to take a look. Di Bowling lowered his gaze. Tang Bao was a little confused by the conversation between the father and son. What were they talking about? They knew everything? What did they know? 2 days. Di Haotian finally relented. 5 days. Di Bowling said anxiously. 3 days. Di Haotian. 4 days. Di Bowling tried to fight for himself. 5 days. Di Haotian. 3 days. Di Bowling. Deal. Di Bowling. Tang Bao. Why did this conversation feel so familiar? Di Bowling was tricked. He turned around and asked Tang Bao in disbelief. Mommy, how many days did I say? 3 days. Sweating profusely, Tang Bao stretched out 3 fingers. When she met Di Haotian's teasing black eyes, she remembered that she was tricked by Di Haotian in the same way back then. She didn't expect this little fool to inherit her. How embarrassing. Although Di Haotian usually had high expectations for his son, Tang Bao realized that Di Haotian still cared about his son. When he needed his help, he would never leave him alone. For example, now that Di Bowling went back, Di Haotian went to live with him. This surprised Tang Bao. When Lian was tidying up Di Haotian's clothes in the room, Tang Bao couldn't help but ask Di Haotian, Are you sure you want to live with him? If it's possible, I don't want to either. Di Haotian turned around and hugged Tang Bao's waist. His gaze was so domineering that it looked like he wanted to eat her up. I'm going to be separated from you for 3 days. After 3 days, you have to compensate me. Tang Bao blushed slightly. Can't you think of something else? I'm going to rely on this for the next 3 days. Why can't I? Di Haotian was like a child begging for candy. Tang Bao said helplessly, I know. I'll compensate you, okay? Di Haotian couldn't help but kiss her lips fiercely before letting go. Tang Bao's face was hot and her eyes were watery. Are you worried about Di Junbai? Di Junbai has too many tricks up his sleeves, and his thoughts are too deep. I can't guarantee what he will do to Di Bowling. The key is that I want Di Bowling to know who his real father is. Tang Bao nodded. I'll be more at ease if you go. When the kindergarten class ended, the car that came to pick up Di Bowling was Di Haotian's car. Bao and Di Bowling no longer needed Di Haotian to pick them up. They were chauffeured to and fro by the chauffeur. Just as she was wondering, Di Haotian got out of the car. He looked at the two children and said, "You two take the chauffeur's car. Bowling and I will be staying at Uncle's house for 3 days. We won't be back at night. You have to listen to Mommy at the castle. Do you understand?" "Okay," the two children said in unison. However, D. Bowling was unhappy. He glared at him with his beautiful eyes and asked, "Am I not going back alone? Why do you have to go too?" "I promised you that I would go back, but I didn't say that I would accompany you. Is there a problem?" It seemed like there was no problem, but he felt that he had been set up. "Don't dawdle. Get in the car." D. Hao Yin carried him into the car. After getting into the car, D. Bowling's face was very dark. He never thought that he would be set up by D. Hao Yin in terms of time and conditions. He didn't win against D. Hao Yin in any way. He was extremely angry in his heart. He looked at D. Hao Yin again and saw that he was very calm. D. Hao Yin's phone rang. When he saw the caller ID, his dark eyes softened and he answered the call. "You're going back?" Shinwu 799, that you're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.